Greetings, dear viewers! I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Final Fantasy II. I took a bit of time, grinded up Yosef just a bit, gave him some basic offensive magic, some healing spells, and of course, anytime I'm grinding up a new character, it cannot help but happen that my other characters will also increase their stats. So we are currently sitting at level 7 unarmed for Lerp, with level 4 cure and level 5 life. Bob is actually doing pretty good with level 5 shields already, level 6 unarmed. Shell and Protect at level 4, which is pretty nice. Quill is doing well, as you can see, with level 8 axes and shields. And Yosef's up to level 5 unarmed, and has got Cure Fire and Thunder. So all in all, the situation is actually very favorable to me, and even though I am going into a dungeon, I really don't think it's going to put up much of a fight. Now, if I was playing the original version on the Famicom, this would be a lot worse. Because in that one, you have to use things, I think, 100 times before they level up. Thank the merciful gods that is not the case in the remake. Even still, I am curious to see if I ever come to a point where I start to have trouble with this again. Because I am ridiculously overpowered right now. Although, to be fair, being ridiculously overpowered does make it difficult to gain more increases in your health. So, I don't know, maybe it'll work out. Alright, so just still keep going right. Apparently the Snowcraft is literally just a boat with 3 wheels and a sail. Which, hey, to be fair, if it works. Alright, the Snow Cavern. Hopefully we will see some interesting new enemies in here. Yeah, or that. I suppose that works too. Come on, Yosef. You know, I just realized no one in my party is dressed for the cold. I mean, wow, we are just in terrible shape. Look at this. Quill has completely exposed arms. Bob needs to put on a shirt and pants, maybe. Lerp's looking a bit better, but still seems to have most of their arm below the shoulder uncovered. And Yosef is more appropriately dressed for, like, a desert. I mean, we have got to be freezing our butts off here. Good job, Yosef. And yes, I am going to keep referring to him as Yosef. You might ask, why am I going to keep referring to him as Yosef? Well, it's because that specific spelling of the name Joseph is more closely associated with its original Abrahamic origins, in which case it would be pronounced Yosef. I have no idea if that's the intention, but what the crap are those? I don't know if that's the intent, but what can I say? I'm kind of a language nerd, and I just look at that spelling of that name, and my brain goes to Yosef. Is that a door? No, that's not... I don't know why I suddenly forgot that I had already grabbed that other chest there. I guess I got distracted by that almost door. Oh, I'm gonna have so much money when I get out of here. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so... See, now we're actually getting some interesting groups of enemies here. The problem, though, is that the snow cavern has multiple paths up and down, and I'm not entirely sure where I am meant to go. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. A quick glance at the map doesn't help. That is a trap room, because they're back. Don't you just love finding new trap rooms? Isn't that fun? Okay, so from here... Yes, there is treasure this way. Ooh. Why am I worried? That grenade will be dead on the first turn before it ever gets to attack. Ooh, or not. Does it have anything that it can do? I guess we'll never know. Oh my, we are so... This is so absurd. Like, can I actually access the bestiary from here? Like, okay. So one of the new enemies we just met was the grenade, right? How much health does a grenade actually have? 60. The grenade has 60 health. The ghoul has 60 health. The deadhead has 45 health. Icicles 60. Snowman 45. We are so ludicrously overpowered right now. It is ridiculous. I should not be able to hit for over 700 damage on enemies that have 60 health. Oh my goodness, why? Why is that a thing that's happening? Honestly, I feel kind of bad about it. Wait, 633 and it wasn't even a critical hit. That thing's got like 20 HP. This is so absurd. Okay, I think I go up here. What now? Okay, we got ghouls. I think coming up here only gives us treasure. I think. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's just treasure. Do you guys like watching me just punch things to death effortlessly? Because, ooh, you're new. I'll bet you have somewhere in the area of 60 health, don't you? Because most of this game for the next while is really just going to be me punching things to death easily. Now, I do know this game. I have played through this game to full completion 3 times in my life. And I can tell you that we will get to points in this game where the power I'm bringing right now, I would be dead in a single turn. Ooh. Yeah, now here's a fight. Also, do I have anything to heal darkness? Yeah, I do. I have an eye drops. Yosef, would you mind squirting some eye drops into Lerp's face, please? Maybe these grenades will actually attack back this time. What the hell kind of eye drops look like that? Well, I guess they just didn't feel like attacking. Now I'm starting to think that maybe that wasn't a deadly trap set by monsters and was in fact just 6 dudes hanging out in a box minding their own business. I've basically just turned into a wandering mass murderer at this point, but you know, becoming a murder hobo really is just the grandest of RPG traditions, isn't it? Antidote. Okay. If I end up getting afflicted with darkness again, I may need to put my Esuna tome on somebody. I'm pretty sure that Esuna is the spell that'll heal darkness, I think. It gets a little iffy. Some of the spells do weird things as they level up. Battle Axe is not better than Mithril Axe, so that is a useless piece of treasure. But that's okay. Honestly, I don't mind, and I would much rather be having an easy time with this game than a hard time. Because when you have a hard time with Final Fantasy II, it is miserable. It is absolutely miserable to have a hard time with this game. Bob is still lagging behind with health. I need Bob to start taking more hits. Please, guys. Oh, right. Now they're in the back row. Huh. Whatever. We'll just take a few turns. I need people to start beating up Bob, okay? Please, start beating up Bob. Bob needs to increase their max HP. Unfortunately, almost no one can hurt Bob, so it's hard to increase their HP. Oh my goodness. Quill, if you attack Bob, how much is it going to hurt her? Great! Good work, Quill. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then Quill's HP goes up, because of course it does. Alright, let's give a quick heal to everybody. Oh, I cannot help but laugh at this game. I really can't. It's so absurd. Come on, Quill. I believe in you. I know you can hit Bob in the face with your axe. Please, help her gain health. She's got Mithril armor. It can't hurt her that badly. Come on, Bob. Bob, no. Bob, you're supposed to let yourself get hit. That's how you're going to get stronger. Oh, God, she blocked that last one with her shield. Come on, Quill. Oh, my goodness. Why? Bob, please. I need you to work with me on this. I am trying to help you. I really am, but you have to let me help you. You have to get beaten with an axe. I mean, just What can I say to this? This is so absurd. Is it actually missing, or is it just saying miss because they're attacks that wouldn't hurt her? I honestly don't know. I'm flabbergasted. There's no way she has that much evasion. This has to just mean that her attacks aren't hurting. So let's try with Yosef. Or not. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to assume that what happened there was that her defense is so high she's not taking any damage from the attacks. And this is what's causing it to read miss over and over. It definitely would not be the first game to do that. So let's see what happens if Yosef tries to hit her. Come on. Okay. You know what? Oh, wait. Can they not hit her because they're in the back row too? Is that what I'm doing wrong? That is what's going on. Okay. So if they're in the back row, they can't even hit the person who is, who's in the party. Okay. Alright, so that was all completely on me then. Bob, I am so sorry. I did not understand that that wasn't your fault. My apologies. I will put Bob in the front row, and we will try this again. There we go. Okay. That should be much, much better. Okay. Quill, please hit Bob, but do not kill her. That is a hit! That's what I've been looking for. Okay. Excellent work, Quill and Bob. Excellent. Okay, so hopefully if I do that a few times, it will start forcing Bob to level up their HP. I hope. Please increase your HP. Bob's HP increased, Bob's stamina increased. Yes. That is what I wanted for you from the very beginning. Now we'll just cure you up. Look at that. A single level 4 cure recovered most of her health. Alright, that's a Blizzard Tome. We'll just hold on to that. Okay. Quill, would you please beat her in the face again? Thank you. I am very pleased that you did that. Could Quill hit Lerp in the face safely? Probably. Yep. Alright. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but in total seriousness, the tried and true method of succeeding in Final Fantasy II is to repeatedly beat yourself in the face. Yeah. You know it's a good game when beating yourself in the face with an axe is the best possible way to increase your survivability. I can't do much of this, though. Because Unfortunately, low MP... No, I can completely afford to drain Yosef's MP. That's honestly not a problem. Okay. So, for instance, we've now gotten their HP cranked up just a little bit. And Bob is actually finally starting to catch up in stamina as well. Of course, my spellcaster still has the lowest magic stat, the lowest spirit stat, and the highest strength, stamina, and HP. Oh, this is a catastrophe. That is a trapdoor. I can't help but laugh at this game and just how it works. It's so absurd. Okay. Quill, go ahead and beat up Lerp. Thank you. As their stamina increases, I think they're taking less damage from attacks too. So, the strategy of beat them in the face slowly becomes less and less effective. But, it is still working. And I think it's important to recognize that. Alright, Bob, you know what to do. You're going to get beat in the face by Quill. Ooh, that time she took a critical hit, too. Excellent. I think taking critical hits increases your chances of increasing stamina, but I might be wrong on that. And the poor monsters can only hit for like a fourth of what I can do to myself. Excellent. Alright, she is almost where I want her to be. So, that is a trap room. I just realized, like, if you're watching this casually, you may not even believe me every time I see a door and just don't go in it. You might be thinking to yourself, there's no way that every single one of those rooms is actually empty. Like, no one would design a dungeon like that. It's so stupid. And you know what? You're right. No one would design a dungeon like that. But they did. And one step for a fight. It truly is not just a case of me not wanting to go look. Like, it's not a case of it just leading somewhere that's not interesting or doesn't have a reward. Literally every one of these doors leads to this. Just a perfectly square room with a ridiculously high encounter rate and most of the fights being ambushes. That's just the way that this game was designed. I don't understand it. I am incredibly grateful that they never went back to this absolutely miserable form of dungeon design. But this is what they did. And yeah, just all those rooms I passed before and didn't go in, congratulations, you've just seen them. They would have looked identical to the room I just walked out of. I also have an interesting piece of news. We are actually about to get some major character development. Even though, by Famicom standards, this game has an exceptional story to it, you really can't help but admit that the actual characterization is very weak. But don't worry, that is all about to change. We are about to learn, like, really interesting, important stuff about these characters. Or at least about one of them. Oh, hey! Bob finally caught up with Lerp. So I'm going to stop beating her up now. I actually... that's what I've been dying to do for a long time. Because ever since the start of this game, she always lagged behind in HP. Let's see. This is not a trapdoor. This is a land of little furry creatures. Giant beaver. Snook Chit. Uh-huh. Snook Chit? Quill speak beaver. Yes. Look upon your screens and behold the glory that is this spectacular revelation. For lo, how many times in this story was it hinted at, suggested that maybe Quill could talk to beavers, but he had to keep the secret locked up inside for fear of being known as a freak. But now he's no longer afraid. He can let the truth ring out, admit his power to his friends and family. Quill, speak, beaver. Snook Chit? Yes. I would like to ask you about the goddess's bell. Secret passage in wall to right. Monster guard bell. Bell in wall. Yeah, okay. Well, now we know that there is a secret passage. But before I get that, there's one more treasure out here that I want to grab first. And it's not like the walk is going to, you know, put me in any danger. So why not? There we go. An ancient sword, which is... Ooh, a monster in a box. You know, maybe it's just from playing too much Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI, but... when I see the phrase monster in a box, I expect that I am about to have a really bad time. In this game, it's really just like normal monster encounters. You know, it's not like FF5, where if you open the wrong chest in the final dungeon, your party will be immediately wiped out. It's not like Final Fantasy VI, where if you open a chest at the wrong time in Daryl's tomb, you'll get completely wiped out. Although, now that I'm actually stopping to reflect on it, are boss encounters in trapped chests a bad design? I guess I just got so used to accepting it that I never really stopped to consider it on any deeper level. Interesting. Well, I'm sure I'll get to a point where I can talk about that later. For right now, we have to do the incredibly important job of retrieving a bell that a beaver told us about in a snow cave that we could only access by a snowcraft that we got from behind a waterfall so that we can take the bell to Kashwan Keep, so that we can get in order to get the Sunfire, so we can take the Sunfire to the Dreadnought to blow it up. Okay, I think I remembered all the steps of what I'm doing. Man, do not mess with my party. We will absolutely destroy you with our bear. 828. That thing has 45 health, and I hit it for 828 damage. But now comes the actual test. Because now we are going to find out just how overpowered I am against an actual boss. I'm pretty sure this boss is pretty resistant against physical attacks, which makes it the perfect opportunity to see what happens. And what was I about to do here? Oh, right. So I found a silver Kuros. The thing is, I'm pretty sure that the silver Kuros is no better than the Mithril. So, I mean, why would it be? Mithril is literally just true silver. That's an Adamantoise guarding the bell. Stay on your toes! I'm curious how hard I'll be able to hit this thing for. But just in case, we will drop some spells on it. How much does the level 4 Blizzard do? 420 damage. Whoa! Okay, there's a lot to unpack right there. First of all, that thing's defense was so high that Bob and Yosef could not hurt it. But it was not high enough to stop Lerp. And in the end, 2 level 4 Blizzards would have been all it would have taken to kill that boss. There's something set in the wall. It's the goddess's bell. You obtain the goddess's bell. Oh, I love shortcuts. Yeah, sure. Why not have a random encounter after the boss? Ah! Okay, so I wasn't crazy. It was a door. Just doesn't open from the other side. All in all, I think this has been a very good day. Good job, team. Whoop. And some more snowman for good measure. Excellent. Oh no! Borgin, curses! You've already gotten to the goddess's bell. First you ruined my standing with the Emperor, and now this! The Emperor will never forgive me for messing this up. If I ever go back to the Empire, he'll have my head. But I'm still a soldier. If I'm going to die, you're coming with me! Ah! Boss time. Looks just like a pirate. How many fists to the face will you survive? Ooh. Really? Okay. 1 axe and 2 fists to the face is all it took. And Yosef even got his shield skill up from that. Not bad. I may have lost, but don't think that you've won. I've booby-trapped this cave. Just a little parting gift from me to you. I'll be waiting for you in hell. Ah! Oh! Try punching it. Damn it! Go on! Get out! Will you not leave you? I can't hold it much longer. Run! Try punching it. It's up to you now, Lerp, my sweet Nelly. Yosef! And we have had our first casualty. For Yosef the Great is no more. And I will see you all on the next one.